So, last we left off, the Council just revoked Zaren's Spectre status, and we have been instated as a Spectre. So now I'm gonna do some side missions around the Citadel, try and get my level up before leaving.
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind. Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the...
Don't play dumb. We saw you trying to do something with the Keeper.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
We're just talking. Is there something wrong with that?
No. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I could help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
My name's Shepard. I'm with Special Tactics and Reconnaissance.
A Spectre? Well, nobody would dare stop you. All right, then. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a Keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
Alright.
I should get going then.
Yes, I have much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scanning.
Oh wait, literally one of them's right fucking there. Something they changed in the Legendary Edition is you only need to scan 20 now instead of all 21 of them. But there's 4 of them in here, in the Citadel Tower, 8 in the Presidium, and what was it, like, I mean, I guess it would be 8 that you have to scan in the wards, but there's 9 in total.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the Councilor's assistants. No.
Congratulations on becoming the first human Spectre, Commander. I'm certain you'll be up to the challenge.
I appreciate that.
My name is Admiral Kahoku. It's about time the Alliance got one of our own in with the Spectres. We need people like you to deal with our problems.
Is something wrong, Admiral?
I'm getting stonewalled by bureaucratic assholes. Nothing new.
Maybe you can help me, Shepard. One of my recon teams was investigating some strange activity out in the Traverse. We lost contact yesterday. Now I can't get clearance to check it out. Suddenly it's a restricted area. But that doesn't apply to you, Shepard. Spectres can go anywhere they want. You could find out why my team dropped out of contact.
I'll find them, Admiral.
I appreciate that, Commander. I was running out of options. I'm gonna stay here and see if I can find anything out through official channels. Won't hold my breath, though.
I love this quest.
I'll upload the info on where my
Sad that Admiral Kahoku has to die in the quest, but you know how it is. This game isn't all about happy endings.
he's okay.
Neither is this guy's quest.
I'm on a break. Talk to someone else if you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
Maybe I can help.
Maybe you can. You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
The Traverse is a rough place. We're out there quite a bit.
My brother's the captain of a ship called the Majesty. It was crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off the grid. And that usually means one of two things. They had massive mechanical failure, or they were attacked.
Any idea why someone would attack them?
Privateers, slavers, mercs looking for an easy score. There's a lot of nasty sorts out in the Traverse. I won't give up on my brother. Not yet. I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel.
If your brother is still alive, I'll find him. Give me the coordinates.
I'll forward them to your ship right away. Please let me know as soon as you find him.
Alright, time to scan more keepers. Well, pick up any quests that I find along the way. There's a lot of them on the Citadel. I don't think I'm going to do all of them before leaving, though I might.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Welcome to the Presidium.
That's the Death Keeper.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
I've told you before, you're not allowed in here. This one believes he has the right.
6. 14 more to go. I will actually do the side quest before I end up finishing this one because of how it ties in.
Excuse me, Commander
I'm gonna
Shepard.
do that
Could you
one,
spare a
which is
moment of your
actually
time?
in my party. Yeah, I've done this one so many times, I literally just know what her is, so not gonna take too long. Now, this isn't a quest, but, you know, I enjoy having this conversation regardless.
So they finally did it. I knew one of your kind would make Spectre one day. Why did you come to see me, Shepard? Did Ambassador Udina send you?
I came on my own. I need information.
You humans are always so curious, always sticking your fingers into someone else's pie. Is that the right expression? Never mind. Forget I asked. Was there something you needed, Commander?
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
The Council treats us like second-class citizens. We have to fight for everything we get.
Good. Then fight for it. But don't expect the rest of us to just sit back and let you take it. I'm a busy man, Commander. Are we done here?
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Sometimes you have to bend the law to keep people safe.
I've been with CSEC for 30 years. I've never had to break the law to do my job, not once. Spectres walk a slippery slope, Commander. Operate outside the law and it changes you. Look what happened to Saren.
Don't piss in my ear and tell me it's raining. I've known plenty of dirty CSEC agents.
There are over 200,000 CSEC agents. Some of them are going to be bad. But we don't turn a blind eye to corruption like the Spectres do. We do our best to find and punish any officer who breaks the law. Spectres, they'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
The galaxy needs people like that. People who do the dirty jobs.
I agree with what I'm
but they
saying.
need to be held to a higher standard. They need to be accountable. Saren's out of control. We both know that. But because he's a Spectre, the Council doesn't want to do anything about
my own morality.
it. Is that the kind of person this galaxy needs?
But not all Spectres are like Saren.
True. I hope that's something you'll take to heart, Shepard.
Indeed, I will.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. And unlike the Spectres, we work within the bounds of the law.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
Other keepers.
Excuse me, Commander Shepard. Could you spare a moment of your time?
I'll spare a moment of my time when Ash is in my party, Ash. Did I already get the data from that computer? I think I did.
Well, the new Earth Clan Spectre. Obviously, you are already lost. Your ambassador is next door.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, Earth Clan?
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, Earth Clan.
Oh, this guy's such a dick.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Den. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The Earth Clan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Space libertarians.
Why aren't the Elcor or Volus part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the Earth Clans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
Alright, time to scan more keepers. How many have I done so far? 9 out of 20.
Excuse me, Commander Shepard. Could you spare a moment of your time?
Time to scan even more keepers. When I get to the wards, I'm gonna find Jalid in CSEC. I'm actually pretty sure I passed by him in the last stream. That I'm gonna save for when I have a higher charm.
I told you before, you're not allowed in here. This one believes it has the right.
I have, what's that, 8 out of 12? There's another keeper scan. There isn't much to talk about with this quest, however. There is some reference to it in Mass Effect 2 if you actually do this quest. You kind of find out about, like, what the Keepers are before you even get that message. It's just kind of cool that you get the message referencing that you did indeed scan the Keepers.
I've had my office rearranged 5 times.
5 times?
Oh, that brings me back to... Well, shit. Let me just double check how many I've... Alright, so I've found all of them in this area then. However, I am looking for a Miss Helena Blake. Let me check. I didn't... No, I did not. Ah, she's right there.
Got a moment? Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
How did you know I'm a Spectre?
Word travels. Your name comes up in certain circles. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
What kind of defenses would these two have?
I haven't the faintest idea, but they're certain to be armed. Their partnership's soured, and each believes that the other intends to kill him. They will be well prepared.
You're obviously with them. Why don't I just arrest you instead?
Arrested for what? You and I are simply having a conversation. I have excellent legal representation. Arresting me would be a waste of your time.
And what do you get out of this?
We share interests in certain cooperative ventures. But their business practices have forced me to terminate our relationship. Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner.
What crimes did these men commit?
They're red sand dealers who make victims of their customers. Those who can no longer pay are sold to Batarians as slaves. They're loathsome, hurting innocent people. They must be ended.
If they're as bad as you say they are, they need to be dealt with.
Excellent. Here are the coordinates. When these men are dead, I will wait for you at the 3rd set of coordinates. Goodbye, Commander.
I actually really like that quest. You actually find her in the 2nd game if you do it, and, well, you're gonna do it the way that I'm gonna do it, which I won't let you watch, but...
I went fairly often now, it's still the Arcos.
Yeah, ever since this game, I don't go anymore.
It seems like all the best lounges are being replaced by places like the Forest Inn.
The embassy lounge is dead. They didn't have any insane entertainment.
Sounds like bureaucrats. Probably spend months just voting on what kind of entertainment to get.
time to get to the ward's entrances, which I always get a bit turned around in this area, but I have some idea of where I'm going. Enough that these different arrows can get me on track. Alright, so ward's access is indeed over here.
I've told you before, you're not allowed in here. This one believes you.
You've got impressive biotic power. Humans should never have switched to the weaker L3 implants.
My headaches can be pretty bad, and I'm one of the lucky L2 implants. The L3s are safer.
You don't stop using a gun just because the kickback has a little sting.
Yeah, that's something that Rex and Garrett have in common. I've never actually heard that banter between them before. But, yeah, Garrus will basically argue that humans should have kept using the L2 implant.
It's good. Busy, though. I can't believe how many people
His
you get coming in from the
reasoning's
wards.
a bit different,
Yeah,
though.
it's the busiest station on the Citadel. You'll never get bored.
I guess not, but you could still use a few more men.
That's why we brought you.
Sure, but there's still way more complaints.
I'm surprised you're willing to fight Krogan, Rex. I thought you'd stand with your own.
Anyone who fights us is either stupid or on Saren's payroll. Killing the latter is business. Killing the former is a favor to the universe.
Alright. Yeah, there's not that many keepers left, and I'll end up getting a level up as soon as I actually scan all of them. But it is time to head to the C-Sec Academy. There is also a keeper up there at Flux, but, well, there's a reason I'm saving that.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
Oh, yeah, that's where my Paragade is at. Alright. Before I end up scanning the rest of the keepers, I am going to be heading up to... That's C-Sec requisition, so I'll scan this keeper in here. And...
Okay, Julie. Let me get this straight. Your business partner.
Hey there! Oh, you're not C-Sec, are you? Did you want something?
What were you trying to explain to the officer before?
My colleague is trying to kill me, and I thought we were friends.
How do you know he wants you dead?
He's changed. He won't talk to me at work anymore, and he started following me. Yesterday, he followed me all the way home, just waiting for a chance. I don't care what anyone thinks. He wants me gone. I know it.
Is there something I can do? Talk to your friend, maybe?
Would you? That's all I want. Someone to talk to him. Tell him to leave me alone. He thinks he can just push me around, but you'll show him, won't you?
Just tell me where he is and I'll go find him.
Oh, right. Well, his name's Shorbin. He's a Solarian. You shouldn't have any trouble. He's just a scientist.
Shorbin. Tie into this.
That's the guy who asked us to scan the Keepers.
The Keepers? Well, even more reason to go after him. That's against regulations.
I better look into this right away. Find out what he's up to.
Anything's... Well, good luck.
Alright, I can quickly scan this keeper up here. There's still the one in flux I haven't scanned yet, so I don't have to worry that I'll finish this out before orbit. Alright. Let's go talk to Shorbin. If I hadn't started this quest before starting that one, this would have ended up a lot differently than it has.
Really? You're Commander Shepard, the hero of Eden Prime. I am so honored to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
My name is Conrad. Conrad Werner. They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
I spent most of my time trying to stay alive and help the colonists.
Hey, I know you're probably busy, but do you have time for a quick autograph?
Anything for a fan. Here.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. My wife is going to be so impressed. I'll let you get back to work. Oh, but next time you're on Earth, I'd love to buy you a drink. Thanks again!
This is a bit of a spoiler, but you find out in Mass Effect 3, he never actually had a wife.
Commander, I wasn't expecting to see you again. Is there something you want?
You can start by telling me the truth, Shorbin.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. My experiments are...
Quit stalling. Your friend, Jalid, told us about you.
You spoke with Jalid? Then you know about the data?
No, but you're gonna tell me. Everything.
You boys can go. Looks like my plans have changed. It's not as bad as you think, Commander. Jalid and I just got a little over our heads.
Keep talking.
The company we work for developed an experimental procedure for use in medical scanners. Jalid and I saw even more potential, so we stole the plans and secretly developed a tool to scan the Keepers. Can you imagine? A tool that can actually get readings from the Keepers?
What's so special about that?
The Keepers are almost impossible to scan, and you can't capture them or get samples. They just self-destruct. After centuries here, we still don't know anything about them. Don't you see? We were the first to scan them, ever. You've seen it yourself, Commander. You know we can do it.
Why are you trying to kill your partner?
I'm not trying to kill him. Khalid's job was to disseminate our initial findings. But he decided to keep the data for himself. Maybe to sell it. I don't know.
I should kill both of you idiots.
We lost our heads. We just couldn't let an opportunity like this pass us by. Commander, if you'll just continue gathering data for me, imagine what we might learn. And you'll stand to make a bit of a profit yourself, remember?
I suppose a little scanning here and there won't hurt anyone.
Very good. Maybe if you wouldn't mind speaking with Jalid. The data you're gathering for me is useless if Jalid won't help me analyze it.
I'll go have a chat with him right now.
Thank you. And happy scanning, Commander.
Alright. Time to head back to CSEC. Sorry to hear that. I mean, I've already been hearing that, but I am sorry to hear that. I wish I had some way to help, but I'm kind of lost. Alright, it is time to talk to Jalid.
Hello again. Did you have any luck finding Shorban?
I found out you've been lying to me, Jalid.
Lying? Why would I lie to you?
You lied to us about the Keeper data.
He told you? I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I was afraid Shorban would kill me to get the data, so well, I was hoping you'd take care of him.
I'm scanning the Keepers for Shorban, but you two need to stop fighting.
You're helping us? But, well, if you say so. Well, if Shorban can forgive and forget, then so can I. I appreciate the help, Commander. I better go get that data analyzed.
Yep, now I think I've got 3 more Keepers I need to scan before this quest is over. Alright, so let's cut right to the med clinic. Alright. I mean, I figured since you pretty much messaged me on Discord that you couldn't use Facebook anymore, but yeah.
be careful what you say.
What? It's out of my hands, Peter.
Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. So, what can I do for you?
What were you discussing with the Volus?
Who, Doran? Oh, I was just asking him about my sister. See, she worked for Doran before she left to... Ugh, sorry. I don't want to bore you with my problems.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Well, okay. My sister Jenna left here to go work at Cora's Den. The problem is, she's working as an informant for CSEC. You know, eavesdropping on the people there. If they find out what she's doing, they'll kill her.
Being an informant is a dangerous job.
That's what I've been telling her. I don't know. Sometimes I think she stays there just to spite me.
Do you know who her contact at CSEC is?
No, it's all very secret. Last time I asked an officer, he told me to stay out of it, for Jenna's safety.
Maybe I could help her understand just how dangerous Cora's Den is.
Would you? That'd be great. Just don't tell her I sent you. Well, I should get back to work before I get in trouble.
Well, Cora's Den also happens to be the next area to finish up this quest, so...
Somebody rigged this machine to funnel credits through the system. Let me trace a signal.
Alright. Let's go. Alright. So, if I've kept track of all the keepers that I've scanned so far, once I scan this one, the quest should be over. Oh, I didn't actually level up. Those games, but I have played Doom 2016. It was a pretty good game. I was playing it on a local comrade Switch.
I'll be with you in just a sec.
I'll wait right here.
Why do I get the feeling you're not here to order drinks?
I need to talk to you about your work with CSEC.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Honestly, this is like a
now, if you don't mind, I need to get back to my customers.
Just say loudly in a club, like, I know you're in CSEC.
This isn't a game, Jenna. These people are dangerous.
Now you sound like my sister. Why is everyone so concerned about me? I can take care of myself. I need to go. I'm not a stripper. I don't get paid to stand around and look pretty.
Tough girl.
I do wish I had Garrus with me for this, because the dialogue with this guy is, you know, you find out who he is.
If you've got questions about Jenna, meet me at CSEC Academy.
What did you just say?
Push off. I never did nothing to you. Damn newcomers. Think they can run the place.
What was that about?
I guess we better go find out.
Indeed. Yeah, it's, organizing is definitely a tough skill. And, I mean, also just, like... Wards. Wait. Oh yeah, C-Sec is exactly where I planned to go. Time to go talk to Chelik. I actually find this exchange with him to be pretty funny because he directly calls out like how unwise of a move you just made.
Detective Chelik, come into my office. I want to discuss this in private. No offense, Commander, but what the hell were you thinking?
I don't follow you.
You could have blown Jenna's cover.
We were trying to help her.
I gathered that. It might seem cold letting her take all the risk, but we're keeping a close eye on her.
Do you really need to risk her life to get the information you want?
This job isn't easy and it's usually unpleasant. I'll take help anywhere I can find it. But since you're so concerned with her safety, maybe there's a way we can help each other.
Always playing the angles, Detective?
As part of the job. Now are you gonna help me or not?
Can't actually, I mean, yeah, some right-wing grifters might could get kicked off of YouTube. I think Stefan Molyneux recently got kicked off of YouTube, but I think it's unlikely PragerU will ever get kicked off of YouTube, considering Dennis Prager's connections. Like, he's a harder person to ban off the platform than even, like, Alex Jones.
You're a smart guy, Chelik. Figure out another way.
I do have several contingencies. She's just my option A. I'll cut her loose, even get her out of Cora's den, no strings attached. But that still leaves my case unsolved. I could still use your help.
I'll help you, but I need some details.
I'm trying to track down an illegal arms producer. I just need some of their product. Thanks to Jenna's intel, I've learned there's a seller here on the Citadel. Meet our man named Jax. Pick up the mods and bring them back here. That'll give me everything I need.
Where can I find this Jax?
Jax is down in the lower level of the markets. I'll send word through our channels that you're the buyer. Good luck, Commander.
Alright, now I've leveled up. I don't disagree, but I wouldn't say it's censorship to disallow their disinformation or misinformation. Oh, that's right. Still haven't leveled up Caden or Rex. First aid. Let's get that fitness up. I mean, yeah, the word censorship does get thrown around. Yeah. Horseshoe theory, more like horse shit theory. Yeah. But, yeah, there are a lot of, ignorant people who misuse the word censorship whenever you try and, directly combat misinformation through stuff like deplatforming. But it's not like censoring inconvenient truths or even like infringing on the freedom to believe what you want, but simply saying you aren't allowed to like spread misinformation that inspires the infringement of other people's right to speak freely and or to, you know, not be fucking killed. Oh, most definitely. Shit, where was I trying to go? Oh, that's right. Jax is down in the lower market. So, let's head down to the market and have a little chat with Jax. In my Renegade playthrough, I killed him, but I'm not going to do that this time, because, well, it actually reflects poorly on you in Shellick's eyes if you just fucking kill the guy.
Hold it. That's close enough, Army. You got my payment?
Do you have the mods?
Show her the goods.
That looks about right.
Damn straight it is. These mods are the best on the market. Now hand over my credits.
Here you go.
Here you go. Enjoy it. Come on, boys. We're done here.
Yep. Yeah, if you chose either of the other two options, you would have had to kill him. But this way, you just pick up the mods, have them, and you go back to Shellick with them. After doing this, I think I'm going to actually leave the Citadel to do some other quests. There are more quests on the Citadel, but, you know, I'd like to save some of them for when I have to come back. Well, technically I don't have to come back, but in order to do some of the stuff on the Citadel, I will need to come back. Yeah. Isn't chlorine dioxide what's in Miracle Mineral Solution? Oof. I've seen a lot of shit, promoting an industrial bleaching agent as essentially a panacea. Which, the word panacea is a fancy word for, well, essentially.
Commander, I hear you have something
just
for
a lot
me.
of anti-autistic bullshit where it's, oh, drink bleach, it'll cure your autism. Well, I mean, if you're dead, you can't be autistic, I guess. But, like, it's such a fucking horrible thing to, like, convince people to do. And then there were a lot of, like, parents of autistic kids who bought into it, who
Here's your shipment, Shellick.
fucking believe it'll cure their kids' autism and
Excellent.
make their kids...
This is everything I need.
So...
Maybe more than I need. Here, Commander, take this. I won't need it, and you've earned some payment for your work. I appreciate your help, Shows a lot of integrity. You didn't need to do anything after I let Jenna go. Now I need to get these mods into evidence. Thanks again, Shepard.
Alright.
Coming up in a report later today, Emily Wong investigates corruption on the Citadel and uncovers a full-blown crime syndicate.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few videos on MMS. Oh yeah, so in the old game I would have had to scan all 21 keepers instead of just 20. This is the last one. I can't tell you how long it actually took for me to like fucking find that one and realize, oh, that's where the last keeper is.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well.
But yeah, I also remember some pro-MMS people actually saying that Miracle Mineral Solution isn't a bleach because it's not the same chemical in Clorox, and then it's like... It's like, well, not all bleach is Clorox. Like, bleach refers to a specific group of chemicals that do a specific thing. I feel bad for you on that. Your mom buying into MMS nonsense, that's fucking rough. She doesn't make you drink it though, does she? Good. Good.
I'll take good care of her, sir.
I know you will, Commander.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
Why didn't you ever mention this?
What was I supposed to say? I could have been a Spectre, but I blew it? I failed, Commander. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharaoh system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact. There have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharaohs and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
Your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna go with this option, because I love telling Udina to stuff it in any way possible.
I'll take care of Saren. You take care of the political fallout.
Not exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre.
You, Udina.
I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions
game.
you might have.
Jim Humble, the con man, charlatan, and grifter, founded the Genesis 2 Church of Health and Healing. Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah. The literal bleach, the literal bleach cult.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination.
That guy actually had some, like, legal issues. I don't remember if it was, like, just, like, tax evasion.
Heard what happened to Captain Anderson.
If it was
survives
actually
100
about
battles
the
and then
fact
gets
that
taken
he
down by
was
backroom
promoting
politics.
but-
Just watch your back, Commander. Things
Yeah,
go
he's
bad
a
on this
real
mission,
scumbag.
you're next on their chopping block.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed. But it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
This is Commander Shepard speaking. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy. For too long, our species has stood apart from the others. Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of. Wherever Saren goes, we'll follow. Wherever he searches for the conduit, we'll be there. We will hunt him to the very ends of the galaxy and bring him down. Humanity needs to do this. Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped, and I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't get any renegade points for that renegade speech option.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, ma'am, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Yeah, he fucking died. That's how it turned out. Ah, that's what it was. I remember that. Again, I'll just say the same thing though that I said about MMS curing autism. Can't have COVID-19 if you're dead.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop it. We don't need their help.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
Alright.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance
pretty
frigate.
much anyone
It was
that's
a
not
slaughter.
QAnon
We couldn't
knows
even
that
keep track of how
QAnon
many ships they
contradicts
lost.
Established scientific fact. It's essentially just like right-wing contrarianism and a load of conspiracy theory nonsense.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the
Alex
right people.
Jones,
Captain
I'm
asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Alright. I'm gonna head off to the Artemis Tau cluster to go and get Liara. And then I think I'm gonna call this stream. Alright. Oh, wrong button. Is that one of QAnon's conspiracy theories that adrenochrome is a psychoactive drug that comes from humans? I haven't paid too much attention to their conspiracy theories, but, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if they spread something like that. I mean, shit, they're the fucking Pizzagate people. I'm trying to remember which system Liara was in. Ah, this is the right system. Probably gonna take me like an hour or so. Not Rex and Caden Alenka.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
Of course they did. When did they not believe something? Like, they don't even believe anything remote or established fact. They're just kind of lured in by, like, the idea of having secret knowledge. But they don't have any secret knowledge. They're just talking a bunch of nonsense. ability is durable in this game. Or in this, in the Legendary Edition. Yeah, I agree. I hate apoliticism with people who say, don't talk about politics because it's way too heated and controversial.
Only a fool punches a knapsack in the mouth. You should sneak around and pull its tail.
I mean, I'm not sure I would agree completely with that statement, but yeah, it is usually people who don't want to be challenged on their views who say that, who say don't talk about politics. So I can't say I'm in complete disagreement with that, but I actually did not know that. Which I can't remember. Do I have, yes, I do have advanced training in the assault rifle. I mean, honestly, a lot of Mass Effect was inspired by sci-fi that previously existed, namely Star Trek. Although it's a bit, grittier. It seems like 2 viewers left at the same time. Oh, I'm sure I could look it up after the stream and still see the resemblance. I mean, the Mako is pretty iconic and, like, burnt in my brain at this point. like there was supposed to be a thing somewhere to open this. It's probably in here. My brain's honestly a little on the at this moment. I would say oxygen more than anything else. Because infinite nuclear tend to be, by definition, pretty armchair. They're more an obstacle than like an actual opposition. Know that pointing out right-wing censorship. You know, I'm totally for freedom of speech unless it challenges right-wing misinformation. Then you're censoring people. They also tend to gravitate more towards right-wing ideas, because right-wing ideas don't challenge their preconceptions of the world, and in fact tend to encourage them. All the little upgrades they go in the legendary edition. It makes the planet exploration a lot easier. not in power. Joe Biden is not the fucking left. Joe Biden's a liberal. There is a difference. And I mean, the left is on the side. I mean, Joe Biden is exactly like an example of the problem with centrism. I mean, she's probably more politically capable. Also not the left. In fact, she's a literal fucking cop. I'm not a big fan of pulling the strings language, borderline conspiratorial. You know, it sounds like the Jews are thinking bullshit. Not that that's necessarily what I'm saying, but... There we go. honestly, it is kind of ironic for Zionists to claim that, Black Bloc is funded by George Soros. Because, like, they're the group that talk about how they're supposed to be pro-Jewish, yet literally push an anti-Semitic.
All clear.
But I mean, I've heard that fucking George Soros line from my own damn family. Yet they've all convinced themselves they're not, like, using fascist talking points. Behind cover.
Jump deployed.
That was just peeking my head out at the wrong place, wrong time. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the phrase Zionism. Like, they are basically fascist, but I mean, it's just not optically speaking a good idea to refer to Zionists, or to compare Zionists directly to their fascist ideology can be called out without directly resorting to comparing them to the group that tried to out Zionists. I mean, tried to wipe out Jewish people. Not Zionists, but... I've died doing this battle for a while. Well, time to continue. Hopefully it doesn't make me watch that cutscene all over again. Oh, what the fuck? They wiped the rest out already? I'm a bit surprised that I'm struggling with this more than when I was a Vanguard. Little bit smarter. I don't think each shit list is productive. Like, everybody has a list of people that have, like, logged and hurt them, but I think each shit list kind of keeps it moving on. Oh, I never said that this game should be easier. In fact, I'm playing on hardcore right now, and the fact that I've only had 2 deaths in an almost 4-hour period shows that it's a pretty easy game to play. I just gotta have a hard time doing it while talking and hanging out in chat. I mean, that's what therapy is supposed to, like, help you with, is, like, learning how to, accept, like, what has happened. Not necessarily it is a good thing, but, like, learning how to accept that it happened and that you can't change it. Ah, that explains why Rex isn't back up. Well, Caden, let's take care of this. Forgot that I had access to Spectre training. That would have been very fucking helpful in this fight. Alright, I am almost done with this. Come on, Rex, get up. All the geth are gone. You can stop playing dead now. Oh, wait, no, all the geth are not gone. Now Rex is up. And go. I mean, I know it definitely seems that way early on. I mean, it is something that usually, I mean, it also takes a different amount of time for everybody to even, like, start actively helping, because a lot of it's also very focused on internal improvement, so it can be very limited in that way. But I would say you should definitely stick with therapy, and I'm not saying don't do anything else. I mean, how many of those years were as though? I mean, when you're a minor, you often find yourself being re-traumatized even as you're going through therapy. So it tends to, children going through therapy tend to have a lot more struggle in getting improvement. Yeah, that was when I first had access to therapy. Like, I'm actually trying to get a therapist right now because as soon as I turned 18, I lost all my access to therapy. And yeah, as a kid, I kind of used to think therapy was useless, but things have definitely been harder to handle without it than they were when I was getting therapy. And Rex will grow and improve that bearing. Yeah, I mean, it rarely is people. I mean, one of the problems, too, with a lot of therapy is a lot of therapy can be very apolitical. Like, they try and politicize a lot of the problems.
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
We just need to figure some way past this energy field.
It's a Prothean barrier curtain. I knew it would keep me safe from the Geth. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find... That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
That one is actually funny. Mr. Beast, more like Mr. Boast. I mean, isn't, if I remember correctly, Mr. Beast was, pretty flagrantly admitted that he was part of a pump and dump scheme with NFTs recently. Which, I mean, kind of goes to show that NFTs are a big fucking scam. Not to mention, everybody who's in them practically admits the fact that they're a scam. They just think that they're going to be the ones to find marks and that they themselves aren't the marks. Meanwhile, as someone who doesn't fucking care about having a thing in the blockchain that says I own something, beyond the fact that most NFTs are fucking ugly as all hell, like they are really bad art. Like they're not, they're pretty soulless. Yep, I know who Moist Critical is. Yeah, I know. Like, I really don't hate Moist Critical, but I do not like the fact that he's been, like, lawyering for, Mr. Beast, like... That meme too. NFT more like non-functional testicles. Made by the HRT.
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please. Get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
Not so fast, Shepard. You sure she's on our side? Her mother's working with Saren.
I am not my mother. I don't know why Benezia joined Saren. I don't want anything to do with that Turian bastard.
If she was with Saren, the Geth wouldn't be trying to kill her.
I wouldn't be able to tell you it's the first.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
Oh, Lee, are you 100-year-old Asari teenager?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event.
Well, 106 actually, but...
We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy Airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister!
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
Not much margin for error.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
I mean, Mass Effect has a lot of humor, especially when you get to the third game and do the Mass Effect Citadel DLC. It gets pretty funny.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
I like your attitude.
I mean, I figured that was what you meant by it more erotic, instead of much more pornographic. Where, Mass Effect has some very past, censorship, shall we say. Has a way of getting around, showing nipples while still showing that character is clearly nude. I mean, from the description of like Mass Effect, but like pornographic, I'd say. That, I mean, honestly sounds like something I'd play. And I can say that because I'm not worried about
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you.
You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Cancel culture doesn't really exist. And the only people who really can effectively be canceled are people who don't have any kind of power. When people bitch about cancel culture, what they're really complaining about is they don't like being held accountable, even through word of mouth, for shitty things that they do.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines, the Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions? Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
This isn't helping us find Saren, or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
I mean, that's not completely true. Political correctness as a term actually came from anarchists to refer to the Stalinist party line. But yeah, no, they don't actually hate political correctness. They love political correctness, just as long as it's within, as long as their politics are the ones defining what's correct.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Prothean's true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Yep, and then...
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
I love on the Renegade playthrough just fucking disconnecting on them. It's hilarious.
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Drop a save here and call it. Alright, until next time. Yeah. Chris Hansen is not the good guy that he made himself out to be on YouTube. Right, anyway, that's all for now.